Okay, now I can't imagine why a substitute would think you were talking when you weren't.
Think I
Oh,
was
what comes to
talking?
my mind is, oh, you talk all the time.
I wasn't talking.
I know. So why did she get on to you?
Because she said
No,
that
no, 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 no. Take a deep breath. Okay. I don't have a write-up. Why did she get on to you? Calmly.
she got on to me because she said that I had attitude.
About?
She just said that I had
Okay,
attitude.
let me tell you about adults and young people. Hello?
Renee, who did you need?
Dylan, Cody.
Cody, okay, thank you.
Okay. Have you heard about the teenage look? The rolling of the eyes, that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. That's attitude. And sometimes those things out of teenagers and preteen, or you're a teenager, right?
Yeah.
I thought we were pretty much a teenager, okay? Sometimes those things just appear and you don't even know it. And as adults, we look at that and we say, attitude. So it's your body, you may have not said anything, but your body language may have been screaming, I have a bad attitude today. So anyway, the best way to handle that, because I'm one of those old people, and I see the rolling of the eyes, the sound effects, the sigh. When I see those things, I see attitude. So, when a teacher or a sub thinks maybe you have an attitude, the best thing to do is say, oh, I'm sorry. Okay? Not, I don't have an attitude. See the difference? See the difference there? It'll be just a minute.
Be a minute?
Yeah. So do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But here's the deal that really bothers me, is for you to refuse to give your name. That's a big no-no. It gets you in more trouble than attitude. Okay? So the main thing is we got, what, a little over 4 weeks, almost 4 weeks of school, not quite.
Yeah.
In 3 weeks, 3 days after today. Okay? We're going to make it. Okay? Lose the attitude that you don't have, right? You don't have attitude. Lose the attitude. Get a smile. I want to see Lakota smile. Or do you want to spend some more time over there?
Well, she was just being mean to me, and I just...
So, here's the deal. Was being mean expecting you to do what you were supposed to do in class?
I was doing my work.
Obviously, there was something she saw that was not quite perfect. And I know kids come in and they lie to me. They say, oh, I was doing my work. But teachers don't just try to make things up. That sub did not get out of bed this morning and say, I'm going to find one kid and I'm going to hear her sound it off. They don't do that. Okay? So, if you were making every choice correctly that you should have been making for that class, you would not be down here. Period. If the teacher is picking on you, you may have been the first one in a long line that was making a bad choice, and she's starting to straighten out, and just so happened you got picked on first. Okay? But if you're doing what the teacher asks you to do and not talking and not doing all this other stuff, you would not be down here. Trust me. There's not one person in this building that has nothing better to do than to send kids down here. So what you're saying is you were a perfect angel when you entered that room, did everything the sub asked you to do, and were not ever doing anything different than what the sub asked you to do.
I wasn't being rude.
That was not what I asked you. did you do everything the sub asked you to do?
She
Exactly when, in the way she asked you to do it, immediately.
she asked us to do our work and to be quiet, and that's what I
Do
did.
what work? Did she give you a work?
Yes,
give you
the
an
band
assignment?
paper.
What?
The band paper.
The band paper. Okay, so you had a band paper.
Yeah. And I did it.
And so it was rude of her to ask you to do it?
No, it's just like other kids were talking and
No,
everything, and
I'm not gonna go there. That's what I just got through explaining in great detail. You were not supposed to be talking, and you were. There you go. That's all I need to hear.
I defended Elijah.
Now, we can either figure out very quickly here that I'm gonna send you on to class, or we can sit here and argue about what is attitude, what is doing what the teacher asked you to do, and if we have to do that, you're going to be spending some time over there. Now, if you come back, you may spend some time over there. So, do you understand? Teacher was not picking on you. It is not wrong for a sub to ask you to stop talking, whether you're the first one or the last one. I'm not going to have you arguing with a sub about whether you can talk or not. The sub's in charge of the class. I don't care if everybody else is yelling and screaming and bouncing off the walls. If the sub says, stop talking, that's what you do. Period. Now, can we get along and you can go into class, or do you want to spend some time over with Coach Lewis? It's up to you.
I can go to class.
Okay. Now, if it's sub or anybody else that works for El Reno Public Schools asks you your name, what are you going to do?
Tell them my name.
You better tell them your name, and you better give them the right name, and you better do it quickly. Okay, go get your stuff and go to class. You have to get a decent seat.